Hey girl, are you ready for me to do your Batgirl makeup? Yes, oh my god, I am so excited. So, what kind of look are you going for? Do you want me to do like kind of what I have going on or something else? Just tell me what you want. Yeah, so I can definitely do what I did on my eyes. Look how cute. I know, it's amazing. It's by Kylie Jenner and it is her Batman from her Batman collection. And I thought, how perfect, I'll use it to do my Batman makeup. So this is apparently like the first Batman comic or something. I don't know. I don't know anything about Batman, but look how cute. I love it, and apparently they were 10 cents at the time. Obviously, this comic is worth a lot more now. And pop it open, and you see how pretty. On the one side, it's like a mock comic book, and then on the other side, there is a mirror with like this pretty little like decal on it, but I'm not going to take the decal off. And then there's all these pretty colors that you can choose from. Yeah, so let me get my makeup brushes, and then we'll decide what eyeshadow you would prefer. Okay, let me go do that. I have everything here in this here pencil case by Kylie Cosmetics. So cute. It even has this little thing on it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. Is that okay with you? Okay, great. So you're thinking maybe going with Riddle Me This and then doing Batcave over the top. Okay, yeah, that could totally work. We could totally try to deal with that. Okay, so that gives me a good idea of the look that you're going for. So you already applied concealer on your lid, right, to like prime it? Yeah, I always just use concealer. I never remember to use the regular primer, so it's totally fine. So what I'm going to do is we're going to use this brush over here, and we're going to go ahead and pat the green color in Riddle Me This, okay? So we're just going to go in and we're going to pat that onto your lid. All right, and then I'm gonna go in and add the glittery Batcave color, and that should really help it to pop and look really good, okay? So now we're gonna worry about the bats, right? The bat mask. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use her mini eyeliner set. Now these are actually crap. I'm sorry, I'm just being honest. These are really bad, but they're fine if you want to outline something on your face, but they're not good for like actual eyeliner. They're way too hard. It's really pitiful because they have such fun colors. They come in green and blue and whatever, but they're terrible. Also, the packaging is so cute, like how adorbs. All right, so this is what we have. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna go ahead and basically draw this outline freehand. Okay. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and get our black cream makeup, and we're gonna go ahead and fill in the bat. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to avoid the lid. So I'm going to leave a pretty good space because that's where we're going to blend the shadow into the look, okay? So it's going to look rough before it looks good, but I promise by the end, you're going to look as good as me. Okay. I have the black paint and I'm just going to be using this mini brush to go in and just kind of paint all in. Yeah, you can keep your eyes open because again, we're not going to be putting anything on the lids. Okay, looking good. So now what we're going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go back in with my shadows and we're gonna kind of blend out the eyes into the rest of the mask. And we're also gonna go in and kind of do a little more on the side, a little more underneath. It's all gonna blend out and look really good. So do you want to go in with the same colors, new colors, anything different? The same. Okay. All right, that's cool. That's cool. I'm just gonna blend and I'm gonna add a bit more shadow to really just get it in there and make it look more faded and more like it's meant to be there. Okay, great. Alright, and then I'm just gonna use this brush to do a like middle color, like just a little bit of highlight. I recommend so maybe going in with a slightly lighter color. In your case, this could be one of the nudes, like under the mask, ironic, right? Or the Joker. I'm gonna go with under the mask. Yeah, it's a little more potent, a little more Halloween. Yeah, okay, we can do that. All right, and then lastly, I like to go in with that darker shade we used earlier, but we're just gonna put it more on the side to give a little more of a attractive kind of cat eye, if you will. Okay. Great. Does that look good for you? You think it's blended? Yeah. Okay. So that is that. And then what we're going to do, the last thing that we do is we're going to go in with the darkest color here, Batmobile. And this is, it looks shimmery, but it really is just like a matte white. It just, I think the glitter is just like on the top of it. And we're gonna go in and we're gonna go ahead and basically put that on the areas that seem really oily, on their brows, right underneath the eyes, just anywhere on the nose, anywhere that the face just doesn't really tends to get oily, because you obviously don't want your mask to melt off throughout the night, right? So we're gonna go in with that color. It is the perfect black matte. I love this palette because it just seems to include absolutely every color. It's amazing. So we'll do your nose and then we'll do under the eyes, which is so weird putting black under your under eyes, but it's kind of weird doing this makeup look because it's so different than what you would do when you normally do your makeup. And then your brows. Great, 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 great. And then the last thing is gonna be highlight. Now I know you normally do highlight on your cheeks, but this time you're gonna actually do it on the mask itself. It's weird, I know, but it's gonna look so cute. So this is the highlighter they came out with. How pretty it is. It is an imprint of Gotham City. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in with this highlighting brush and we're gonna basically put it right here. I put a dab of it up here, and then I like to put it on the nose too. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna basically make your mask look more 3D and less painted on. So it's just gonna make it look more realistic and more like it's really real. Yeah, okay, so let's do this. Yeah, it's so pretty. This highlighter is gorgeous. I mean, the packaging is gorgeous. It even has a mirror. Like, it is beautiful. I really wish Kylie would bring back these like novel kind of makeup collections because they were so amazing. I don't know why she stopped them, but yes, this is definitely one of my favorite highlights. It definitely has a blue hue to it, but I think for Halloween it works. And the last thing we're gonna do is gonna be the lips. So let me go ahead and sift those products out. Yeah, so these are the 3 lippies that she came out with. She has 2 glosses and 1 matte lip paint. So the matte lip paint looks like this. I'm not going to swatch it because it is so pigmented that it will stain my skin. But it's just basically what it looks like. It's this bright kind of purple shade. And yeah, it's really what it says, and it dries completely matte. So if you don't like that, you probably won't like it. You probably will have to put some kind of gloss over it. So it may not be the best option for you. But then again, it's also kind of neutral. I mean, not neutral, but it's also kind of not, you know, super like Halloween-y. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I'm not a fan of liquid lips when you're going out, at least in my opinion. All right, so then we have this one, and this one's like a really nice peach shimmer. It's very sheer. It doesn't really, you really can't see much of it. I am gonna warn you with that. It's very sheer. Like, it looks a lot more pigmented than I feel like it is on the lips. It's very sheer, but it definitely could work with you because you did like kind of a green look, so it might look better on you because it has that like warm tone to it. Yeah, and then the opposite, the other one is the one that I'm wearing, which you can't even tell, but it's basically a cool toned, really more of a lip topper. It is this shimmery iridescent blue shade. Definitely more ideal if you chose a blue shadow. So yeah, you're gonna go with this. Yeah, this just makes more sense. It's just more warm toned. Again, you can always choose to go with a liquid lip, but I just feel like it's better to wear something where you can feel the freedom to do whatever you want to do. You don't have to worry about your lips getting all wonky throughout the night. Yeah, so we'll just do this one. They smell like vanilla. Yeah, really cute. So that is great. So I will give you this so you can reapply it throughout the night. Wonderful. Okay, so I think that is everything. What do you think? You like it? Yeah, it's super fun. It's definitely very spooky the way your eyes kind of pop, but it's also not like too creepy. What are you gonna wear? Yeah, like a one piece. Yeah, that's cute too. I know this is very like casual with my shirt, but that's really cute. All right. Well, I'm so glad that you like it and have fun in your party. All right. Bye.